Okay, for problems 1 and 2, we are looking at the parallelogram properties. And for problem 1, we are just going to look at what D is. Oh my goodness. So we'll forget about the 6T and we'll just look at how the 120 and the 4D are related. So for the 120 and the 4D, we know that they are angles, so we will look at either both pairs of opposite angles congruent or consecutive angles are supplementary. These are not opposite angles, so we know that they are supplementary. So that means that they're going to add to 180 degrees. So then I can say 120 degrees plus 4 times D equals 180 degrees, and I can solve that equation. Another thing that you could do is just say, well, if these add up to 180, then this thing has to be 60 degrees. And that gives you a different equation to solve, but really it will end up being the same. Because I'll start this one by subtracting 120 from both sides, which gives me 4 times D equals 180. And then I will divide both sides by 4. Oh, sorry, not 180. I'm being silly. This would be 60. 180 minus 120 is 60. And so you'll see that that is that same equation. And then I'll divide both sides by 4, and I will get that D equals 15. On this one, I would do the same thing, divide both sides by 4, and get that D equals 15. So whichever way you do it, you will get that answer. Now for number 2 asked about finding T. So for number 2, I will ignore the 4D and I'll look just at the 120 and the 6T. Again, they're both angles. So I have one of these two angle properties. And in this case, we have opposite angles. So we know that they are congruent or equal. And so I can just say 120 equals 6T. And then I can just divide both sides by 6. And I will get that T equals 20.